Did I really title this game Game of the Century? Absolutely, and I have no forgiveness about it. I do not care. It will be. Ryan Day, it's not funny anymore. Get ready to learn how to start flipping burgers, because if it doesn't work out this season, you are gone. And Oregon fans, oh, Oregon fans, don't think I'm not coming for you too. How was last season losing to your rival twice? Both of these teams, Oregon and Ohio State, love losing to their rivals. All jokes aside, guys, I made a video talking about Oregon a few days ago, and you guys exploded. You loved it. The engagement was great. Thank you, guys. But the one thing I kept seeing in the comments was Oregon versus Ohio State is going to be a movie, and it is. The two off-season champions, the two teams that did the best in the transfer portal, in my opinion, bringing in all this talent, and they're playing at Autzen Stadium on October 12th, and I know it's January right now. Actually, no, it's not. It's February, but I am cracked out of my mind, and I cannot wait to talk about this game. Iced Americano I got from Allen's Coffee. Shout out to Allen's. Shout out to the barista. It's amazing. But before we get started, if you're new, make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on another upload. Go crazy right now in the comment section. If you're an Oregon fan, I want to see all those Oregon fans. If you're an Ohio State fan, I want you to show your love. Have a war in the comments, and don't forget to like. It is early. A lot can change between now and fall camp and the first game of the season, but it is obvious with the talent, with the coaching, what these teams have, what is being lost in the Big Ten, that Oregon and Ohio State are going to be the two best teams, and these implications will never be bigger for this one regular season game. Michigan will still be good. They'll have Sharon Moore, same sort of system, but they are going to have a fall off. Penn State, I wouldn't even be worried about Penn State. I'm going to be honest. We've seen it in the last few years. They are a great program, but they can never reach the elite level with big game James Franklin. Yes, I'm saying that as a joke. That guy cannot win a big game. You have a team like Iowa, which they're struggling on the offensive side of the ball. Then you have Washington. That's going to be a complete turnover. I really like Jed Fish as a coach, but I just don't think he can turn it around that fast. So it leaves Oregon and Ohio State. It leaves the two giants in the Big Ten, and this game is going to be unreal. Both of these teams were so close to reaching the college football playoffs in 2023. They had high expectations, but they could not beat their rivals. Ohio State lost to Michigan in a tough one. Oregon lost to Washington twice, and the weakness for Ohio State was at quarterback, so that's exactly why they went out and got Will Howard and Julian Sand from Alabama. Now, I don't think Julian's going to play. I think it's going to be Will Howard because of more experience, but definitely an upgrade from Kyle McCord. And for Oregon, you think, oh, they lost Bo Nix? These guys are absolutely screwed. They lost one of the leaders in college football in passing, completion percentage, breaking records. Well, they got Dillon Gabriel, and Dillon Gabriel might even be better, more experienced, well-rounded at the time that he transferred to Eugene. Now, Bo Nix had 2 years in Oregon, so he really improved under that system. But in year one, I really think Dillon Gabriel is that guy. So the quarterback matchup between these two teams is going to be electric. Ohio State stole Quinshon Judkins out of the transfer portal just like that, out of thin air. They're not going to be one-dimensional. This is going to be a two-dimensional team. Will Oregon's line be able to hold up? Now, Oregon has a great defensive line. Dan Lanning is all about building the trenches, building a physical football team, but oh boy, is that going to be a matchup, Judkins versus the Oregon D-line. I'm so ready. With Ohio State losing Marvin Harrison Jr. as a top wide receiver pick in the NFL, people are thinking, who's going to step in next? Jeremiah Smith, 5 stars, the #1 wide receiver in the country out of Florida. This guy's film is just unreal. Ohio State's going to continuously do what they do at wide receiver U. I don't want to make other schools mad, but Ohio State just has that plug-in wide receiver. Every single year they put new guys in there, and they are going to score. They're going to get drafted high in the NFL, and they are going to help their team win, and Smith's going to do exactly that. Sorry for the disrespect, Jeremiah. I just checked again on 24/7 Sports, and you are the unanimous #1 player in the country. No, not just #1 for your position, country, difference maker. Ohio State's ready. Both of these coaches have not played the best in big games. Fan bases, you guys are going to have to admit to this, and that's what makes it even more important, because there's something to prove. All these recruits, all this talent, but can you win it when it really matters? I feel wild talking about this game in January like I am now for this video, but what even baffles me is that there's a spread for this game. How do you make a spread in January? Oregon's favored by 1.5. Now, I get that. They're at home, Autzen Stadium. stadium makes a huge difference, but come on, you're spreading the game that far. Ohio State fans have not forgotten about 2021, where Oregon went into Columbus as huge underdogs with Anthony Brown at quarterback and somehow won the game in the second game of the season. I don't know how that happened either, guys. I was hard rooting for Ohio State in that game. I was like, no way Oregon wins this game on the road with Anthony Brown at quarterback, and they did. So Ohio State, you guys need to get your get back, all right? Oregon was getting their get back from the national championship, and you're going to say national championship versus regular season game, that doesn't matter. But these teams also played in the Rose Bowl in 2009, I think. I know I was 7 years old, but these teams also faced in the Rose Bowl. Now that I'm thinking about it, I like the history in this matchup. Now they're conference rivals. They're going to be facing each other year in and year out. Ooh, boy. What is the final score of this game going to be? Let me know in the comments. Are they going to rematch in the Big Ten Championship? Also, give me your thoughts on that. And finally, is this the game of the century? Am I right? One more thing. I will be at this game, and next season, I will be vlogging the game day experience. It's something out of my comfort zone because I'm normally here sitting in front of a camera, but I just have too much energy to be in front of a camera sitting at a chair all the time. So I will be giving interactive things like vlogs at games next season, live stream for games. We have so many great things planned, and I want to say thank you so much for the recent support. You guys are the best family in college football. I'm a hugger guy, so I give hugs, but maybe if you're a dap up guy, you can mentally dap me up. But this is awesome. We're building something great here, and I've been Saturday Shenanigans, your home for unfiltered college football content. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and join the best family in college football. Yada, 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 yada. Next video, top 5 surprise teams. All right, it's coming. It's coming.